Am I in my shining glory?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Shall we
Oh,
show the
the light.
Shall we show the flamingo legs here? I gotta find them. I've never worn so much tulle in my whole life. Here we go. This is it. Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right. There
Where's
I
my
am.
cell phone? Hold on, my granddaughter's a flamingo girl.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, my granddaughter. Everything in her life is flamingo.
Oh well, I have a flying flamingo refuge, where I have a retirement resort for sun-bleached pink flamingos and other
Okay,
unwanted
you gotta
yard
do that
art.
one more time. Sorry. Do you mind me sending it to
No, I have a business card
four-year-old-
in my
my
in
four?
my.
Okay, you gotta lift
thing.
it up.
Oh.
I'm gonna take a picture of it and send it. Look at, I've got a flamingo lady, a flamingo bride. Oh, there. Okay, now I can see it.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't that cute? She's only 4.
Oh,
but
she is.
Oh.
Her bedspread. Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
My sheets, my bed. I have
Mhm.
30 in my front yard. I have 18 that line the driveway. I have a sign that says retirement
Aw.
resort for sun-bleached pink flamingos and other unwanted yard art. I have a cow riding a bicycle, a frog singing karaoke.
Look, Marley.
Marlene.
Her name is Marley.
Marley.
My little
Marlee. Yeah.
Marley. Look, Marley.
Oh, you're messing up your train.
I know.
Marley.
I know. It's nice to have a train. I could do one of these, Gail. Is that good?
Yeah.
Flamingo
Okay.
bride.
I could do one of these.
That
Wait a minute.
is so cute. I text her a flamingo bride. She's gonna have a fit over that.
And if she wants those, I got them off Amazon. And my socks, too. So, anyway, I'm getting married to myself. Sologamy. Are you taping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Nashville, Tennessee, with my friend Hoyt Tidwell, who was my heavy equipment operator supervisor when we were building the Museum of Aviation in Warner Robins Air Force Base, Georgia, during Desert Storm. And he taught me everything I need to know about bulldozers and graders. And I lost track of him after we both retired from the Air Force. And I found him on Facebook about 2 years ago. Yeah. And he's now a celebrity chef on Facebook. His name is Hoyt Tidwell, and I think his cooking show is Hoyt's Kitchen, and he is a connoisseur of Southern cooking. So I'm going to go there and have a sologamy ceremony. And a sologamy is where you incorporate yourself. Me, myself, and I are going to get married to myself. And I'm going to have the wedding that I never got 43 years ago when I got married at Colorado Springs at Peterson Air Force Base. And this is the dress that I tried on and like on. Are we still filming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And like on Say Yes to the Dress on the Learning Channel, I never understood when those girls put on their dresses. So, no, this isn't the one. No, this isn't the one. And then they put on the one that nobody liked, but she loved, and she cries. So in January, my friend Gail, who's filming here, and I went to David's Bridal down in Phoenix, and I tried on 3 dresses, and Gail picked out this one on the rack and said, "Try this one, Kellogg." And I was like, okay, like this. And I put it on, and I looked in the mirror, and I saw the beauty in myself that everybody else has told me my whole life, that I was beautiful and nice looking, and I never saw it because inside I was not in love with myself. But I looked in the mirror and I cried. And I went, okay, this is it. And at that time, we were filming at David's Bridal, and Gail was filming, but she didn't know you were supposed to push the start button. So we never got any films of it. But that's okay. I forgave her because I got one of her in a tea dress. And anyway, that's what I'm doing. So you can to people who you can dress me up and you can take me someplace. Well, let's just say I'm dressed up, but I don't know if I'm going someplace. But I am flying from Prescott, Arizona on United Express to Denver, and then transferring to a flight on United to Nashville and meeting with Hoyt and Susie. And Hoyt has a backhoe, and we're gonna go play in the dirt and dig. And as a heavy equipment operator with the Air Force Reserve, I was the only woman in heavy equipment that lasted more than 24 hours. And I remember being in the chow hall on a drill weekend, and I used to be an officer, and now I was a staff sergeant, so I wasn't used to being enlisted, but that's okay. And we take our tray to the table, and I start to unload the dishes, and my friends are looking at me saying, "What are you doing, Kellogg?" And I said, "I'm unloading my tray." And they said, "Enlisted people don't unload their tray." And I said, "Oh, okay." So I looked at my fingernails and I went, "Oh my God." And the guys are like, "Okay, here it comes. There's dirt under my fingernails." And they're like, "Okay, here it comes. She's a priss, she's going to say, like this." And I looked at my fingernails and I looked at them and I went, "Isn't that wonderful?" And I was accepted into the folds of the male-oriented heavy equipment. And to learn a front-end loader, my boss put me in a nice big front-end loader and a pile of sand over here. And he said, "This is how you operate it. Everybody can drive, but it takes an operator to really do good heavy equipment work." And he said, "Move this pile over there. We'll come get you at lunch." So I had a good time. I moved the pile over there, went to lunch, came back, and he looked at me. He said, "Now you know what you're going to do?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm going to move that pile over there." And he said, "That's right." So anyway, my celebration of self is I've come a long way from PTSD and sexual trauma during a wartime, and the VA awarding me 100% disability for PTSD and atrial fib and sleep apnea. And I've had cardiac ablation to obliterate atrial fib, atrial flutter, and atrial tachycardia 2 years ago, and it wiped out all the stress that was causing all of this. And in the last 2 to 3 years, I've evolved into the woman that I am now. I was really wondering in my life whether I had too much testosterone because I didn't feel like a woman. I was always a tomboy. And in this dress, I just feel beautiful. I feel wonderful. I wish it would fit in my Subaru Outback so I could wear it home. But anyway,
We could get you in.
I'm gonna leave it with this nice lady. What is your name? I need to put
Sherry.
you in. What is it?
I can get you in.
What's your name?
Sherry.
Sherry.
Yes.
Where are we?
Beautiful. Oh
You-
my
you-
gosh, it's
you-
beautiful.
You advertise yourself.
I'm Sherry. I'm the owner, and I got to meet Flamingo. Sorry, that's
You
what
have
I'm
a
going to
flamingo?
call you.
Yeah.
Kellogg Flamingo.
Yeah.
She's beautiful. Love it.
Love it.
Love
Okay.
it.
Now we got to stop because I got to take
I'm
this
so
off.
excited.
I am too.
Are you dying in it? Is that
No,
hot?
it's beautiful. I
Yeah.
want